the roster upgrade by Andrew Berry and crew has been very well received, both locally and nationally. And this is coming from Mike Clay, and Mike is an NFL prognosticator from ESPN. And you see, way too early, Super Bowl prediction: Buccaneers and the Browns, and then he says, "Yeah, I said it." Mike Clay from NFL, from ESPN and NFL. Are you buying it?
I mean, with the additions that they've had, you can't help but buy it. You add in their top safety, one of the top safeties in the league, and John Johnson III. You add him into the mix. Grant Delpit coming back healthy. Last season, you saw the offense really kind of getting together in that last 8 games, and especially in the postseason. And if Andy Reid goes ahead and punts on that 4th down, or if they get a stop on 3rd down and stop, that Chiefs offense, all of a sudden we're talking about a different story here. Possibly you're talking about a different team that's going into the Super Bowl. So for the Cleveland Browns, I really don't think it's that far off. Now, mind you, after dealing with this team for so many years, I couldn't help but have to read that over a few times and make sure I'm reading it correctly. But at the same time, I do think that it's not that far off. I really do. And I think that this team, especially the defense, has come so far from where it was last season. And now with the offense, you get another year, and you actually should get a full off season to implement your offense if you're Kevin Stefanski, to expand upon what you were able to do with Baker Mayfield and those offensive weapons, get Odell back. All of a sudden, you really can get something cooking here for next season.
The other thing that Clay had tweeted earlier before that tweet was that, and I think the way he meant it was the supporting cast around Baker Mayfield and the Browns roster is the best in the NFL. So if you're not looking at exclusively those elite quarterbacks, the Browns have the best roster in the NFL, and it's very hard to argue that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, you look at just offensively. You look at Nick Chubb, one of the top running backs in the game, obviously the best duo by far between him and Kareem Hunt. And then you get Odell back, you get Jarvis Landry, and pretty much the best offensive line in the NFL last season was the Cleveland Browns. And the biggest thing that was holding them back was that defense. All of a sudden, you add in nothing but upgrades so far for Andrew Berry. All of a sudden, then, your biggest weakness, again, last season was the offensive line, turned it into one of the best. He could be doing it again, turning one of the weakest defenses into one of the strengths for this team going into next season with the defense. You can't help but be happy for Baker Mayfield at that point.